Hi everyone. I hope you're having a good day, good evening. I have no clue when I'm posting this video, so I don't know if I should say good morning, good evening, what. But just hello guys. I hope everybody's doing really good. Um, the reading. This is actually me sharing some of my personal sacred space reading with you. The one thing that I promised myself when I come back to YouTube from the break, which was back in May, the long, confusing break that I was going through, I promised I would do my best to always show up for you guys, for the ones of you that do follow me. But like today is like, I don't really feel like recording because I started into my own sacred reading with myself, and I'm like, okay, there's a part of me that's going, you need to show up for your tribe. But there's also this part of me that says, nope, you got to show up for yourself first. But I'm going to draw the line. I'm coming to the middle of this, I'm going to allow you to enter into my sacred space for a minute and share some of what's being brought to light for me. How my high priestess is bringing stuff up to the surface for me to reflect on, to look at. How it all started, I got a new deck yesterday. I do want to share the deck with you. It's the Daydream Tarot. The one thing when I got the deck and I opened it, I'm like, oh man, there's no book with it. There's not even a leaflet with it. You get the deck. That's it. Nothing more. And I'm like, okay, I can handle it. I don't always need the instructions, do I? So I sit with the deck last night before bed, last minute and stuff, in my quietness, so I could get a little bit familiar with the deck. I love the deck. I absolutely love all the images. The cardstock is amazing. I love it. But the images are just banging for me. Yeah. The one thing about it is most of the characters, some of them have their eyes open, but most of them have their eyes closed. Thus, the daydreaming. Eyes closed in the dream. There's our Temperance card. Her eyes are closed too. So, I'm sitting with a deck, just, pulling out, readings, different readings that I do, just to get familiarized with this deck. And I got the spread out, and, it's nothing important. I'm just letting the deck talk to me, bring out whatever it wants to bring out. I love that one. It sort of reminds me of the Hush Tarot card. There's our Death card. But I got the familiars out because the reading, allowing it to talk, I wanted to see what the familiars, the fearless familiars, the kitty cats would have to say in conjunction with what the cards were expressing to me. Look at this, the Eight of Wands. The one thing I've noticed is it is a pippish type deck, but all the swords, all the wands are lined up. They're all lined up. Normally, the Eight of Wands is flying through the air. And I'm like, whoa, this looks like the Nine of Wands. There's our Page of Cups. There's our Five of Swords. But you see how everything is lining up like a defense, like the fortress, the boundaries of all the elements here. I'm like, wow. Five of Wands. Five of Wands. Normally we see them all discombobulated, whacking each other, but they're all standing there lined up. It's a pretty cool deck. Here's our Empress. Our Empress is dreaming. She's in a daydream. But some of the pictures, and I noticed, like Judgment, I think it is the Devil card, their eyes are open. Some of them in the Cup suit, the eyes are open. But when I pulled the familiars, before I even started with them, I'm shuffling, getting the energies going on the deck, and this card falls out. And I really feel like last night it hit me, this has nothing to do with what the deck was expressing to me. Well, I was, working with the deck. This was something separate. So I laid it outside, to the side, pulled all the cards up, got rid of all the cards, and focused in on the familiar here. What's the warning? I'm like, tell me what the warning is here. What are you trying to warn me about? The card that come out next was indignation. Indignation. And I'm like, okay. As soon as that come out, I'm like, where am I taking an indignant stance against something? Is this me? Is this others that I'm encountering? What is it? The next card come out is the tribe. Indignation in the tribe. So I had to sit with it a minute because I wasn't understanding. I'm like, well, where, what is this pertaining to? Because when you are not asking questions, the clear-cut questions of the cards, you're left guessing. What does this pertain to? I left them out. I didn't take them up because I'm just curious about it. But no answers are coming straight away of what is this about? Are you trying to tell me something out ahead of me, or what? Be warned. Indignation from a tribe. This morning it comes clear to me in my meditation. It floods back in because I get my coffee and stuff, and I'm ready to go outside to do my meditation. I stop by the desk and I'll look at the cards again. But didn't give much thought to it. And in my meditation, it comes clear. The warning, the indignation, and the tribe. Tribe mentality. Tribe mentality. So what's being brought to the surface for me to look at, guys, is when have I experienced the indignant stance from the tribe? So it's took me way back into my life. And one thing that it actually brought to surface was the fact that I have always felt like I don't belong in the tribe of people that I'm always magnetizing, drawing to me. Even in my today life, I don't feel like there's anyone in my tribe that have the same interest that I have. I know a lot of you, if you followed me, you'll hear me often talk about Towanda, an aspect of myself that I have named as Towanda. She houses dyslexia, ADHD, and OCD. I put those aspects of myself into her. I bubbled her off. She's what I would refer to as the tulpa, or the active thought form that I created. And this is the hard core for me today. That's what's keeping me in myself right now, rather than reading for you. But I thought maybe some of you would be able to grasp what I'm saying. It might have something in it for you. The one thing I've always known, because I worked in the past with children with autism, multiple handicaps, and things like that. I was a hab-tech technician when I come out of the hospice field, still looking for my niche. The one thing I can tell you is working with them, it was an eye-opener for me to understand that all of us have an aspect of the autism in us, the dyslexia, the ADHD, the OCD. We all have those aspects within us. And let's just get real here. I listen to people hollering, they're narcissistic, they're this, they are that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, there's part of me that sits in quiet, guys, because I never voice it. But I'm voicing it on an energetic level of what don't you get? Everybody has narcissism in them, but not everybody pulls that aspect of their self out and then feeds it into life, into this big active thought form, tulpa egregore. They do it for a reason, the same reason I'm having to face. Why did I take my dyslexia, my ADHD, and my OCD and amplify it as if it was a gift or a talent? What purpose was it serving me? And I'm like, I wouldn't do that. Nobody in their right mind would do that to themselves. I would not have created Towanda unless there was a good reason. And the reason was revealed to me. I found the right question. And as soon as you find the right question, guys, the answer appears. The memories will flood back. And I'm like, oh, now I remember why I created Towanda. And I'm going to have to let her go, y'all. I've given her powerful life force in the fact that I named her. I've created her. I've breathed life into her, and I made it even more powerful that I named her. I named her Towanda, and the name Towanda, guys, actually means peaceful resting place. A place where you can just rest for a minute. Where you don't have to stay vigilant. I created Towanda to help me fit into the tribe. Something that I cannot innately contain and hold myself to. Because I'm Gemini in the 9th house. My brain runs off. My curiosity is on an intellectual level. If my brain is not being fed, then the rest of my body is going to go to crap. I'm going to disintegrate. Because that's one of the main aspects of my incarnation, is that I continuously learn and follow that curiosity into learning. But yeah, I grew up in this tribe mentality that if you used, and here's key, if you used big words, you were met with indignation of how dare you? Why are you using those big words? And then my minute little brain is going, oh God, what word? I'm going back over what I said to find where was the big word? Because guys, you have to remember, if you follow me, you'll know I was special need in school. I was in the dummy class at school. That's what they called it back in my day, the dummies. So I'm searching for, where's the big word? What did I say? I don't know, because I innately, I shut off, guys, so I could fit the tribe. I grew up in a rural area, community, that we went to school. What we were going to school for, and they primed us for, was that we would go into the tobacco industry, because we're the farmland for the tobacco industry. You're either going to work in the plant, or you were going to work on the farm that supplied the tobacco. You didn't need an education. You needed to learn the jargon of that industry, and that was it. And it didn't require much. It was also, we're very southern. So the community quickly learned one of the tribe mentalities, the code of morals. One of the things they prized was to stay dumb. Literally, stay dumb. They upheld it as if you need a master's degree in ignorance. And that's the code I've been living by and holding myself into. And on an innate level, my thirst and hunger and curiosity for codes, symbols, to understand knowledge is not permitted. It's not permitted. And any time it would slip out that I was actually learning new vocabularies, new words, the big words, guys, and this is how severe it is, guys. I actually used the word vocabulary with someone, and they're like, "What are you talking? What is that?" They didn't understand what I was saying about. They had no definition, clue of vocabulary. So I've had to be on guard, so I don't have this being confronted with this of how dare you. Because indignation, guys, insinuates there's something unfair. And I do remember feeling like, why are they acting like I have some kind of gift? Because this is not a gift to learn. There's no skill or talent to it. It's what you do. It's what everyone does. I don't have something they don't have, but they're acting like I've got a gift they don't have. And I'm like, I don't understand, and I still don't understand it. The holding the pride and upholding that moral code of ignorance. Let's stay ignorant. Let's be as dumb as possible. I created Towanda to help me out because I couldn't be vigilant, self-aware all the time. I needed a fortress, the guard over that fortress that would be active when I couldn't be active, in making sure I stayed small in my vocabulary, that I spoke in that limited way of expressing. But I also did this, guys. The Empress went to sleep. The daydream, I entered my own realm. I pushed away from the tribe, pulled away from them, and I went into my own realm where I was enjoying learning, where I enjoyed my compulsive aspect of my OCD of chasing words down to the etymology of them, how they were put together, where did they come from, where did they originate from. It's the reason that I can read the Hebronic, the Greek, and Latin, but I can't speak it. But I can read it because I've always had that curiosity of different languages and the words and how they tie to the English language. How did we get the words that we use to describe things? But I kept it to myself, and it was only in this dream realm that I got to enjoy that, because I never was allowed, and I didn't allow myself, and I created Towanda to keep guard that I wouldn't let any of this secret realm, this sacred realm, come out into the world. So I honed the skill of being dyslexic, OCD, and ADHD. And I'm having to face that of myself today. But the reason I wanted to share it, guys, was seriously tribe mentality, what the tribe values, what your gang, your family, your community, what's the value that you kept yourself fitted into that really wasn't you. I do remember kids that in my community that were nerds. They were, honor roll, A students, advanced learners, as they called them. Didn't get to see much of them, and I now know why. They were the outcasts. What's so ironic about it, guys, is like the community I'm in, we're already the outcast. This is poverty community when I was younger. It's not now, it's evolved. But it was the community that single white poor people moved to. And it was very segregated. I mean, it was very Southern. One side of the community was for the poor blacks, and the other was for the poor whites. And I mean, it's just how we divide ourselves out and categorize ourselves is just crazy to me. But the ironic thing of it is, guys, is if you were smart, if you had ambition, a calling, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer. I know there's more in life than just this tobacco field and this tobacco industry. You were the outcast. You were the misfit on the damn misfit island. You're the misfit of the misfits. Ow. And that's the reason I'm having to face my Towanda today and meet her, be reintroduced with her. Why did I set her as the guard, the bastion over my fortress to help me? And she did. She helped me. She wasn't working against me. She worked with me to keep me in the tribe. Because it wasn't just in my community, guys. It was also in my family. In my family. My parents is like, they didn't want to hear nothing about nothing new that you discovered or learned in life. It was like, I don't have time, and you're just being an a-hole, trying to show you've got some kind of smarts when you don't, kind of energy. I was met with this indignation. So that was a big one for me today, but I thought I would share it with you just to give you a little bit of food for thought for yourself of where was the tribe mentality? Where was the rules, the morals, the codes in your community that you tried to fit into and ended up having, it didn't match what you wanted. So your empress went to sleep into her daydream, into a realm of her own. I'm looking at how has it affected me today, because I would really love to bring this realm that I've been in all by myself, quiet, to this side of the veil now. I would like to bridge it. But it's hard because it's putting me back at elementary, because even though I know the big words in my inner dialogue, I know all this stuff I'm always curious about in my inner world. I never honed the practice of articulating it into this world. I was expecting not to articulate it into this world, to express it out. And before I check out of this one, I want to do that. I want to bring my sacred space, my dream world out into the matrix with me, where I'm comfortable, where I get to chase my dreams, however quirky they are, and be okay doing it without hiding it. Just be me, my authentic me. But yeah, I thought I would share that with you in my little bit of sacredness today. Just so I wanted to show up for you guys. I really do. And I promised myself I would, that I wouldn't withdraw into this and stay away from RZ for months at a time. Let's get one message. If we can get one message, let's do a number. Angel number deck, just one message for me, for you, for all of us. Getting to, we've got 20. I am harmonious. You relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. I love that one. We've got number 5. I am adaptable. Flexibility is your forte. When life throws you a curveball, you can easily adapt to new circumstances and find excitement in the unexpected change. Be brave and bold in your endeavors. Oh, I love it. Guys, I hope it was helpful. I hope it did give you some food for thought, something to reflect back on in your own life. All of you stay strong. I'll see you again next time.